because I heard you say Afrobeats. I thought I heard you say that. The Afrobeats, like, you know, pay homage.
The greatest musician out of Africa was Fela Kuti.
Yeah.
Fela Kuti. Lucky Dube from South Africa. We had Salif Keita. We have Youssou N'Dour. We have Baba Mal. Now, no one wanted to go beyond the pale of what those brothers was doing. I went to Africa in 1991 and I spent like 3 weeks constantly at the universities under baobab trees.
In Kenya? That's
educating people from Ghana, all over the continent about reggae music and dancehall. But I was happy when they came to their senses to realize that music is the bridge that's going to connect us. But what I was disappointed in, they didn't try to connect with Jamaica the roots. They connect with everyone else except us.
And you talking about Afrobeats?
Yes.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
So they connected with everyone else except us. But when we look at what they're doing, their music is not free in Africa. It's for cray.
I didn't know what to say.
The music need to free Africa. If I am all the way in Jamaica and my country and my people fight for free your continent with word, sound and power, and you have the ability now and all you're singing is fuckery, you don't sing a song to free Africa all now. We need them bringing this to the forefront of your mind, but we desire more from them. You want the money? Go get it. But what's going to be said about you later on and your posterity? You didn't make any impact. So reggae music still stands predominant. It is still the king's music.
Yes.
I know Chris really wants to talk about it. Like he's dying to talk about this. So we have Fuse ODG also coming in to reply him, saying he has it all wrong, bringing in all his replies and all that. Chris, what do you have to say about this?
So, first of all, I should say that, you see, these Jamaicans, we see them as our brothers. Yes. And so we patronize them. And I know Africans patronize Jamaicans.
Because technically they're African.
Yes, so if you go to
Afro-Caribbean.
Yeah, Afro-Caribbean. If you go to some parts of the African countries, you see some artists that are not very popular here in Ghana, across some part of Africa. You go to some specific countries in Africa and they are loved there. I tell you. So Africans have a special connection with the how do you call them? The Jamaicans. I want to be specific with the Jamaica because Buju is a Jamaican. I just want to stay there. You understand? So
Buju is a Jamaican.
You see, you know, Christopher Martin is actually called Otten. Yes, Christopher Martin. He's Christopher Otten Martin.
Are you serious?
Yes, that is his name. Christopher Otten Martin.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Christopher Martin or Christopher Otten Martin has a daughter with Cecile and they call her Nana. They are not together again, but they are co-parenting. The daughter is called Nana. Where are these names coming from?
And we even have this man, Bob Marley, Bob Marley's wife.
She's living in Ghana.
Yes,
I'm talking about the love
from Ghana.
Yeah.
But these boys, I mean, Christopher is not having any. He's not been staying in Ghana. He has not come to stay in Ghana. But you know, he has that name. They have TY and all of that.
But you know, even those people I've heard somewhere. I don't know how true it is, but even the name Jamaica, it's not Jamaica. It's Jamaica. That's it. They said they are from here. Jamaica. And they've said this. So even when you go to places like Suriname, they have a lot of similarities with us. Even they eat wachi, but their own is rice and beans. They have a name they call it. They eat foam. There are some local things they have with us.
Kenke is still called Dokuno in Jamaica.
Dokuno.
Wow.
Yes. So we see them as our brothers. I don't know how they see us. And some of them see us. There was a time where one big Jamaican artist had issues with Shatawale and Stonebwoy. I've forgotten his name, but one of the biggest artists in Jamaica, was it Mutabaruka? One of them had issues with Stonebwoy and Shatawale just because he feels that they were too imitating and all of that, and they are imitating them. But I don't get it. You see, dancehall and reggae, in fact, Buju Banton is making the assertion that the Afrobeat music we're having now is uninspiring, and it doesn't talk about the struggles Africa is going through. You see, in some part, yes, we haven't had so many of the artists doing that with Afrobeat. So many of them are talking about love, but is love uninspiring? If someone speaks about love, is that uninspiring?
But we can't always talk about
yes,
love.
but we have had others that are also having. Go and listen to Stonebwoy's I love Africa, or I believe in Africa. Go and listen to that song. It talks about Africa. That is an Afrobeat song. Even Terminator is Terminator. What does it talk about? Terminator. What does it talk about?
Terminator.
Just go and listen to.
I be like Terminator.
It talks about Terminator.
Give me later. Call me later.
I know he was going to do nonsense.
So, listen to those. You see, you might not. Afrobeat comes with a certain vibe, so then you would want to listen and dance. Some just forget about the lyrics, and just some even forget about lyrics. And
so
dance
then,
to it.
if
But
that's the case, then what he's saying is true.
Ozeba, hey, and as a man.
But even with
you don't cast.
Some reggae music also speak about or talk about love.
Sure.
Even the dancehall we are talking about, most of them they talk about pum and there. You understand? So, gang culture and all of them there. You understand? Gang culture, violence, and even in recent times, Jamaicans themselves have had issues with some of these guys. At a point in time, an artist like what's his name? I'll try to get you the name, but some of them have sat down to think about it. Some of the lyrics they sang in their past, they were not worth it. So then they have turned a new leaf. They want to sing new songs, and they want to sing songs that society will relate to, that promotes society, addresses societal issues and problems. So even with dancehall, they have had issues. So I don't want to think that he's just being jealous of the way Afrobeat is going. Afrobeat is now the ish, and Afrobeat is attracting the biggest record labels, unlike dancehall. Dancehall. You see, in the past few years, the likes of Maseka and all of that, they have had, record labels. They have signed onto record labels, and they have even struggled with their albums. The albums on sale. You see, go and listen to Tyler. Tyler has had a song with Skillenbeck, and I can tell you that it is the biggest song in terms of numbers. Have about over 100 million streams on Spotify. That is an African doing Afrobeat with a Jamaican doing dancehall, and it's an Afrobeat song. Topping charts. Topping charts across USA and then in the UK. You understand? So Afrobeat is the age. Afrobeat is doing well. Okay. I don't want to think that these guys are jealous in us. You see, Buju, we beg you. You are a legend.
Papa.
We love you. We love your song.
No, sir. Wait. This one, saying it directly to Buju.
Yes, so
you say it in his language.
Give him let him understand.
We are communicating, and so the communication.
No, but he's watching, so
yes, I understand. So you see,
I don't know.
You see, they say father. we beg you. You see, we don't want to think that you are jealousing the Afrobeat. If you think that is the way to join us, don't be overly criticizing the people who are doing Afrobeat.
Okay.
This is the time for Afrobeat. Afrobeat is attracting the likes of Drake, the likes of Chris Brown.
Nicki.
These guys are joining the bandwagon.
Beyonce had a full Afrobeat
You
album.
understand? So it is time for Afrobeat.
Okay.
So if you feel you want, because it is coming from Africa, you don't want to be a part of it. So we should always run to reggae or dancehall. I mean, we can do that at the time. Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah, man. Sika, do you think Afrobeat doesn't raise the hope of Africans?
It really, well, if it wasn't, Buju wouldn't be saying all of these things about Afrobeats. But let me go back a bit. You see, Sir Chris, when he started his submission, said that love not inspiring and all of that. And on the show, what Buju was also saying was that, he also mentioned Fela Kuti, where I actually like how he pronounces Fela Kuti.
How do you say it?
Fela Kuti, yeah.
Chris.
Please, that's it. Don't bring Chris in this.
That's
Don't draw me into this. Don't draw me into this one.
In buttressing his point, he made mention of Fela Kuti, where Fela was singing about, the struggles of Africa, how the politicians are corrupt, they are looting the people and all of that. The misery of Africans, we are talking about the problems of Africans. And I sit back and I ask this. Why should Africans always have to sing about our miseries? Why? Are we not deserving of good things as well? Can't we also talk about luxury? Can't we also talk about love and all of those things? Can't those themes also run in our songs? Must it always be what the politicians are doing to us?
Then about Mali saying stir it up.
You get it? It must not always be like that. And he also cannot make it look like the whole of the Afrobeat genre is all about money, sex, and luxury, and trying to be over ambitious and influencing young people to find themselves in bad situations or anything like that. That is not what Afrobeat is about. Of course, the founders or forefathers were talking about the struggles of Africans, the average African, because of the situation there. We are not saying that Yemen right now. I mean, things are still bad, but that doesn't mean that we have to be sticking to the norms back then and be talking about politicians. They. Yes, there are some Afrobeat songs where all these themes run through, right? So what Buju is saying, partly, it's actually true that some Afrobeat songs are mainly about money. There's
sex.
Girl with a big bum, big booty, they. But is that not what dancehall? What has dancehall been preaching all these years?
Girl a bubble.
Give me the pum pum. The pum pum.
That song, Vibes Cartel and this lady, is actually a very, very big song. The lady recently went to, I think, Wireless UK or something. They started playing the song, and even the Gen Zs were singing along. And when you sit down and analyze the content, the lyrics, this is not a song that's...
It's a dirty song.
You see, these people are known to make dirty songs. Let me even say it like that.
Yeah.
So even if Afrobeat is all about money, this, and that, Krampuna, I'm sorry, but Buju doesn't have the moral right to come and tell us.
But he does. Destiny. I got you, golly. He does.
No,
He has songs.
With a genre of dancehall, if you are in the genre of dancehall, you don't have to put the moral card on others.
Of course, there are some dancehall songs that have also addressed
Well,
societal
these
issues.
ones,
You understand?
the other
I
ones, the next
know
ones
about
are
Destiny no Kodem.
They outweigh the good ones way more cramp. So he shouldn't pull the morality card if he's trying to tell us that okay, we should try and inculcate some of these
exactly.
things
If he's talking about numbers, that's fine. You understand? But you cannot condemn it in totality.
All
you
right.
Understand?
Willie, your thoughts about this? And
well, I feel I'm gonna go raw him. I feel I
not
feel
gonna
he's
wear a
talking
condom?
from I feel he's talking from a place of hate and pain.
Okay.
Because we know he came out in 2018. He had a big concert.
2019
is the year.
yes.
He had a big concert afterwards. What song has he been pushing? What has been his biggest song?
He's taking royalties, please.
I'm not talking about royalties, but it's just an example of you came back doing what you used to do, and the wave is now with the Afrobeats. So you are not getting what you need.
The attention.
Yeah, not attention per se. Attention, he already has it. But you having a new song that's going to sell out there, it is not coming. So your music is at a point where you feel like, I'm not getting the attention I want. Why are they listening to this particular song? You listen to 2 or 3 songs and you feel like the message is all the same. But let's not forget that Burna Boy was talking about African Giants. That is African Giants album. He had good songs on it. Songs that had the same Fela Kuti he used as an example. Had a rendition of those Fela Kuti songs on it.
And you caught you.
It's a Kuti.
Hey.
He had all those songs on it. He never saw all of that. But he had to turn around and come and say, oh, there are a few. Because we know even in the dancehall fraternity, there are songs that are really dirty. But they are hit songs.
Yeah.
There are songs that are really dirty. But recently that I got to that Stir It Up crowd was a song that was talking about sex.
It was after sex that he did this.
You understand? But we all didn't understand. Back then we thought, hey, but Mali, they're conscious. Oh, hey, reggae body conscious. But he had that little spice in it.
I mean,
so,
you understand?
No,
But then not every song should also make sense or give lessons.
That is what the legend needs to know. That the music, if I don't know, but if a legend like himself gets to sit one time and probably have an Afro dancehall song with someone like Stonebwoy, I'm sure the narrative would change. He's not had a song to feel the response of a lot, because I'm
Maybe
sure
he's
when
not interested.
No, it's not about interest. When it comes to creating his songs, there's nothing like interest. The last time I watched an interview from Kiddy, and he said when he went to Links, he was doing music. He wanted to always do the R&B style. Video and you see goodness, so that kind of R&B vibe. But when he had a song like Odo, a hit, when he got on stage and looked at people's response, nobody had to tell him that the next song he has to be a commercial song.
Yeah.
Nobody had told him that this was the line you need to follow, because when you get on stage and people are singing your own song for you, it tells you you've made progress. I'm sure when Buju is on stage and he's performing, unless it's old songs, when he plays the old songs, everybody, but the new songs, it's finding it hard to get into the people. So why is it not getting there? You should look at the market. This is what the market needs. Now the global market is going for Afrobeat. So if you want to do something, find an Afrobeat artist, have a joint project with the person, push it. Maybe you would get the attention you want. But sitting back and saying it makes no sense and all those things,
no, that's exactly what he's trying to do. I mean, I feel that's exactly what he's trying to do.
Maybe
he's trying to penetrate into the Afrobeat market as well. I mean, who knows? In about a week or a few months
probably
time,
he even has a song and he's trying to use it to promote it.
A few months time, you will hear somebody on an Afrobeat artist or an Buju song, or him on an Afrobeat artist song. It could happen any time. Yeah, I feel he's just trying to penetrate into this particular market as well.
Okay. So
for him himself, after his release from incarceration, he's produced 2 albums already.
How many of them?
Upside Down, I think Upside, and then Born for Greatness or so. Yes, the 2 of them. And Upside Down, which was released in 2020, did a bit. You understand? Debuted, I think, number 2 somewhere in the spaces in the United States. Understand? The reggae Billboard charts. Yes, if my memory serves me right. And then the second one, which was Born for Greatness, they have not made their way onto the charts.
Exactly.
Able to sell about 2,600 units in the first week of its release, and it has not found its way on the charts, on the Billboard reggae charts. It's not found itself on those things. And so, you know, I'm sure he...
Adada not getting
He's
hit.
just dwelling on his past
Adada's
glory.
hit is not coming. Dada gets on stage and all Dada does is Destiny. After that, and a couple of songs that we know from the past. When me say yo,
but my favorite from him has to do with yesterday. Is it good one yesterday or so? I've forgotten the title of the
But
battle.
that's a song with Stonebwoy, right?
No, they took a picture. They have a picture,
Okay.
not a song.
They
have a picture. They have a close picture.
Yes, that's the
but
title.
not
Close one. Yeah, close one yesterday. I mean,
And one thing about these legends is when they want to come close, they kind of scream like this, and the boys should open up. Legends, it can work because he's a legend. It is a Stonebwoy, and so everybody is expecting to see him do something with Stonebwoy, or probably a Wizkid album, and he's on the album. He's going on the world tour. It would help push whatever he has out there.
All right. So, guys, this is where we end the conversation. It has been the One King Show. Click Bass is what we brought to you today. My name is Nana Mashanse. We had Willie. We had Sika in the building, and we had Chris Terrell also in the building. You know what? Just comment, like, and share this video. We are going to catch you same time next week.